Guys, May month in review. This has become one of my favorite Botched Spots and Share Shots episode. So there doesn't have to be a ton of discussion, because what I want your just guttural reaction when I ask these questions to you guys, right? If we need the debate, if Bo says something dumb and Al's like, Bo, you're crazy, that was dog water, then we can have that conversation. If Tim's like, Will, you're fucking stupid, shut up, I'd kick him off screen, but that's not going to happen. So, guys, we're going to start at the top. It's always the easiest one. She still had a match to be shown. True. Fair. No, you're absolutely right, Scouts. That's what I'm saying. So, starting off big, it's always the easy one. It's always the first one. What was your favorite premium live event or pay-per-view from the last month? We had Double or Nothing. We had Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring. We had the TNA pay-per-view. What was before Against All Odds, Bo?
What was that?
Hard to Kill. What do you guys think? What was your premium live event of the month?
Mine's
Backlash
King
was
Queen.
King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, it was well put together. I liked it. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
It was also in May as well, Al. It was May 4th, I believe, or May 8th, something like that. So Backlash would qualify if you needed to. King and Queen of the Ring would be my top WWE pick. I think that was the best show of the month. What's up, Sec? Thank you for the subscription over on Twitch. That's super dope. We appreciate it for the tier 1 sub, Sec. Thanks you for coming over and hanging out and supporting the group. We'll see you on TikTok, I'm sure, when we go over there for the after party. Tim, what do you think? What was your show of the month?
I'd say Double or Nothing. MJF's return. It's yet again another AEW with like half the matches on the card are thrown together within 3 days, yet they're absolute bangers. Like Toni Storm, Serena Deeb. It's the best women's match I've seen probably in a couple of months. Obviously Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay.
Fuck.
Banger.
Even Irvin Christian Cage. It had no business being out there, yet it was a really damn good match. If I'm gonna be honest. Shit.
The only bad match on Double or Nothing's card was the Hook Jericho Ciabatta bread match.
You think that was worse than the Konosuke John Moxley match?
Hype Train has started. Anonymous gifters giving out subs. We appreciate you. 2 subs went out. Hype Train is incoming, guys. Do your thing. Send the biddies. Do the subs. Love on us. Stroke our egos. Tell us how great we are, how terrible we sound. Either way, it boosts the algorithm. The Hook Jericho match was 1000% the worst match of the night, in my opinion. Way worse than Takeshita. In my opinion, though. But I'm also not a Hook fan. Off the Top sends 100 biddies. We love you. According to Mark Slur, Mercedes and Willow was the best match ever. Last night on Smacking It Raw, I said that I swallowed that 18-minute. It was a good but not great wrestling match. It was a great way for Mercedes to come in and knock some of the ring rust off. And I think that, look at Tommy throwing in the biddies too. Thank you, Tommy. That Hype Train 71%. You guys got 4 minutes to get us to level 2. I keep losing my train of thought. The chat's going crazy right now. Ryback's already done, Matt. You missed it. So I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Willow and Mercedes.
Oh, yeah. The 18-minute was a good match, not great match. But also I was super pissed about the fact that AEW's 5 years old and they have yet to have a women's match go over 20 minutes. They have more than a handful of matches where guys are going over 60 minutes, but they haven't had a women's match cross the 20-minute mark yet. Seems wild to me. Yeah, Scouts followed me up right there. That's the longest match in AEW women's history. Facts. We've seen Iron Women matches in NXT that went 60 minutes that were fucking phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like, we know the women can work the matches. I'm not saying give them 60 minutes on TV, but give them more than 4, 5, 8, 10-minute segments. Like, give them a 20-minute 2-segment match. You know what I mean? And it not be 3 fucking commercials and 3 pictures while you do it. Sorry. Al, what was your premium live event of the month?
I'm also choosing Double or Nothing.
Well, that's 3 for 4, man, because I say Des sent 100 biddies. Thank you, Des. That hype train is now at 77%. Double or Nothing, best AEW show. Al sending biddies now. That's the same thing as putting money in your pocket. Double or Nothing for AEW, King and Queen of the Ring for WWE for sure. Next up, storyline of the month. What was your favorite story from the month of May on television or otherwise that you saw come to completion, or you saw the best progression in, or what you think was the best represented story on TV? Look at all those biddies. Thank you, Des. We love you. Des, always a big supporter of the show. Sec, we appreciate you and love you for coming in tonight and donating. We appreciate all the love, guys. This means a lot. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Chad Gable. The whole Chad Gable scenario right now is a pretty interesting story.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I was going to say Gable. They're doing a weird turn, though. I cannot lie.
They are.
I'm not really. I was a big fan of the.
Here we go. Fucking Will.
I was a big fan of the smacking push into Otis Gable, but I was not a fan of what we saw on Monday.
This was also a point of contention on the show last night. We just finished level 1 on the hype train. We love you guys. Starting level 2, you guys are killing it tonight. Chat is on fire. Thank y'all. I said last night on Smacking It Raw, no free shout-outs, that I'm not opposed to Gable as a worker. He reminds me so much of Kurt Angle that it makes me sick. My recent love and adoration for Kurt Angle comes from the fact that he is Bo's GOAT. So I've had a new,
it's best thing since sliced bread.
So I've had a new appreciation for. I went back, rewatched some Angle stuff, and I appreciate Bo. I appreciate Angle because of Bo now. I think there are 1,000 different angles they could have taken him as a heel coach, though. Versus
like what you did there, angles.
Different angles. You see, I'm a good writer. Give me a little. Somebody give me credit, please. I need my ego stroked constantly. There's 1,001 angles. And my ego, Tim, not my wee-wee. We'll get to that later when I plug the OnlyFans. 1,000 angles where he could have been a pissed off heel coach instead of this angry, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed stepdad figure. He's like the watered down patriarchy is how he's coming across now. It's like they saw what Christian is doing on AEW and they're like, how can we water this down to make him look like a high school wrestling coach? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That can sometimes be worse.
WWE.
I've said that. I definitely agree it can be worse. But I also, again, not the biggest Gable fan. I'm not yucking any yums. Katie, Showcase loves Gable. Thinks he's, she's, Perk Gable, if you know what I'm saying. Like, she is really willing and Gable. However many puns I need to throw out there for you. And I appreciate my friends that like mediocre wrestling. I love you guys for that. Al, you got a storyline for us?
I
think I pissed Bo off. Bo, I love you. I'm sorry.
I'm in agree.
Scal says Uncle Howdy is the best storyline in his opinion.
I don't disagree. He's definitely up there on the list for sure.
It's going to be Scal's. I'm calling it now. That Scal's answers next month also.
Because there won't be any resolution between now and then.
There might be.
What was the date?
But
June 17th, Scals. Wasn't that the last date in the most recent one? Yeah. That's the estimated debuts. Yeah, the Raw after it's after the next pay-per-view.
The best storyline is the one that I have created called Free Paul Heyman.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. There's not really anything I'm just like, oh my god, this is awesome right now. I mean, it's summer. There's not a whole lot going super hot because everybody's fucking hurt. You know, summer of injuries. Everyone's hurt or they're taking time off. Like, honestly, the best thing happening right now is literally nothing. I don't know. I ain't got shit. I'm going to go with Scouts with Uncle Howdy because it's the only thing that's like super interesting right now.
What's up,
You know what was-
Bree? Go
You
ahead,
know
Bo.
what was another good storyline?
What's
This
that?
is just a bonus. Was the Ethan Page one without knowing it was Ethan Page on attacking everyone.
That's true. Good look at Bo putting over NXT. I love that. Hey, my top storyline isn't from any of the big companies. And if you didn't watch GCW Tournament of Survival 9 yesterday afternoon, go back and rewatch it if you have a chance. The main event, John Wayne Murdoch winning Tournament of Survival, finally getting that feather in his cap as far as being, you know, the heir apparent to Nick Gage is like the deathmatch guy. It was like Nick Gage and Tremont forever. And now it seems like Murdoch's like that guy ready to step up into that like Mount Rushmore of deathmatch. What's up? A lot more. Another sub came through, guys. Thank you for that. Anonymous going to Bree. You guys are killing it. We love you. NXT is the best weekly show, period. Tournament of Survival saw the blow off in a Cage's survival match between Effie and Mance Warner. And watching it happen and everything that went down, like that was a story. And people say independents don't tell stories. And you go back multiple shows now to when Effie beat up Mance, and then Mance tied Effie to the ring and he beat up Allie. And then they had the other match, and Mance took the drill to Effie's hair and ripped the hair out of the side of his head. And now he's got the tattoo that goes across the side of his head where his hair was ripped out. It says Effie is fine. Like, this story has been building for months. And then they got into that cage match and just beat the living shit out of each other. So it's been going for more than a month. But my opinion, the best storyline right now closing was that GCW story with Mance and Effie. 100%. Plus, I'm always going to put alumni of the show over, like 1,000% chance. So something like that.
Yeah.
Fair.
This is fun because I'm asking you two different ones real quick. And I'm going to ask you who your favorite superstar of the month was. Then I'm going to ask you who your favorite wrestler of the month was. You see how clever I am there? Because I don't think they're the same thing. So who's favorite superstar of the month, guys?
Nia Jax.
That was quick. Came out of the barrel with that.
She's killing it.
Bo?
That's the storyline I care about. That's it. That's the one. Nia's Queen of the
She
Wind.
found it.
Yeah.
Gunther is my favorite superstar.
Fair.
Wait, no, superstar. The next one's wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's backwards. Cody's my favorite superstar because he's a fucking superstar.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. Tim, did you answer?
Nia Jax. Of
You're going to go
course.
with Nia Jax?
We just watched her go through, well, this month. Yeah, we watched her go through Bianca, technically Jade, and Lia Valkyria. So, I mean,
That was a great match, too, at Queen of the Ring.
should have been me.
I would have just tell me where to sign. I'm superstar of the month. As much as I hate to say it, I'm going to fucking give it to Liv. Like, how do you be the most generic fucking person on the planet? Personal. What the fuck's happening? You put me in the boss. You're like, go to the corner, Will. You're
I
grounded.
like took you off of the thing, and then I realized I wouldn't have a mic. And
Oh, but Liv has had a great month. She went from me not giving a shit to her being a vital piece of the Raw story now, because I think where they're going with this, Liv is taking everything for Maria. Story is good, but I think she's mid as fuck, and I don't think she's convincible as a champion. And again, somehow with Rhea not even being on TV, she's continuing to carry that women's world title. You see how I did that? Like, I'm going to give it to Liv, but not because of anything she's done, but because of everything everybody's done around her to make her look like a superstar. You see, it's called a compliment sandwich. That's how you bitch somebody out without realizing you're bitching somebody out.
I'm really mad that I just got worked over live on camera.
Because he was like, I hate you for saying that, Will. And then by the end of it, you're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought you I was like, dog, wait a minute.
See, even Sek was like, wait a second, Will. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. He got it. He turned it around.
I
like
see where you did there.
testing with you guys, playing with you. Now, who is the best in-ring worker? Who is the best pure wrestler of the month?
Gunther.
Will Ospreay for me. I'm drinking that Ospreay Kool-Aid right now.
Roderick Strong.
Roddy's a great pick.
Bangers. Just nothing but constant bangers.
Now, Timmy says Ricochet.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna pick Jade. She's done a really good job showing the moves and stuff.
Her entrance may be the best entrance in WWE. The fucking X-Men theme coming out with the storm and all of that. Fucking whoop, whoop, whoop. Primo. I don't know why whoop whoop like I was a fucking juggalo. I haven't been to an ICP concert in like 20 years.
You'd go though.
I would go to an ICP concert.
Tommy went to Rockville to see ICP. It's the only reason he bought tickets.
Bree says Gunther for best pure wrestler. So yeah. Tommy went to see ICP?
Yeah, it's the only reason he bought tickets to Rockville was to see ICP.
That's amazing. That's dedication. All right. NXT. I wrote the article, Wrestling's Cold War. I talked about how two world powers who aren't directly fighting each other, but they've taken regional sides in conflict, AAA and CMLL. They're developing allies and pulling people in with TNA and New Japan. So what I'm asking you guys, who is one promotion you would like to see work with WWE or AEW?
I mean, we wanted TNA, so.
Well, somebody who's not TNA.
I think it'd be funny to see, like Tommy said, I think it'd be funny to see an Anarchy in the Arena with GCW.
You remember when we went to that bunkhouse brawl and GCW invaded the bunkhouse brawl at Ric Flair's last match and they turned it into like a fucking hardcore death match in the middle of like a 20-man battle royal, and then Mance ended up winning it because they beat the shit out of everybody and left? Like, that was super cool. I would love to see GCW run in and do some shit like that in AEW. I think that'd be awesome.
No, I agree.
Bo, Tim, what y'all think?
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think. This is a tough one.
On the spot, give me an MLW NXT crossover.
Dude, that'd be a great pick.
I don't want this might be a hot take. I don't want nothing with the main roster. Nothing. NXT is, in my opinion, the best weekly show on WWE. Week in and week out.
For me, this is going to be the oddball, okay? I think Defy and Progress, they just merged together last year to build this like super indie promotion in both the UK and on the West Coast. If you look at all the automatic crossover of people that have already been in Defy or Progress that currently work in AEW, there's a lot of natural built organic stories from the past. So I think if AEW started working tight with Defy as an indie, I think that would help them a bunch. WWE, I'm going to go on a whim and say this. They have a terrible reputation in Europe because of what happened with NXT UK. They want to rebuild it for NXT Europe. Partner with WXW and send Gunther over there and have him work in Germany on a small tour, doing like 2 or 3 dates with them. Imagine Walter, their previous like Triple Crown world champion, coming back now, you know, King of the Ring, Gunther coming into Berlin, doing WXW shows. That's a great way to like build your reputation back up with a company, would to send their flower, their poster child back home. And WXW is one of the biggest promotions in Europe. So you think about the fact they're already working at that production level. They're already that big. So like it would be an easy crossover. So those are my picks. WXW for a wild card in Germany. And it could happen in August, a very real chance, says Scals, when they're over there anyways. So write this date down, June 2nd, WXW. All right. So that's it. That's the crossover. Last one, real quick. This is a loaded question, and it's been brought up a lot on your lives, Tim. So I apologize because you guys have talked this to death on TikTok, but I want to bring it up here. Swerve has been working a lot of matches at the beginning of the card, in the middle of the card. He's opening up that 9 o'clock hour halfway through the show. He didn't main event a pay-per-view now. Like, at the core of it, it's one of those dividing conversations between the IWC. Is Swerve being mishandled in his current title reign?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but AEW does this a lot, and we've seen them do it several times where they will put like their belt holders matches at the beginning of the card. Like, it happened a lot with Adam Page. MJF opened the show a lot. I think that's just where they like to put their belt holders. I think we're just more sensitive to it because it's Swerve, and everyone's looking for a reason to be mad at Tony Khan about Swerve.
Yep.
What's up, you fucking marks? Quentin's in the house. Quentin, thanks for stopping by. Another one of Tim's friends and family from the TikTok world, man. We appreciate all the new viewers stopping by to show Tim some love. We love this shit out of y'all. Y'all have made this a great episode. The chat is the MVP of this episode. I don't disagree with you, Al. Like, it's a good opinion. Tim, what do you think?
I would say no. It's being booked. It's being booked just like almost every other AEW champion. No
for John Moxley.
Well, I mean, of course, but and Jericho technically, but
or Omega, or Punk, or MJF.
So it's a bunch of, in my opinion, a lot of the.
I'm sorry, I love you.
You're good. A lot of the title defenses are open challenges, no matter what title it is. It could be the trios title. We see it all the time with the women's. We saw it every time with Orange Cassidy in the International Championship. Like, if I get to see Swerve wrestle on television, like Wednesday, we're going to see Swerve versus Roderick Strong. That match is going to absolutely deliver. Absolutely. And I mean, I'm cool with seeing that. Excuse me. So, no, I don't think his title reign is being mishandled.
Bo?
I don't think it is. I mean, I think he's slowly becoming the workhorse champion. Night in, night out. Even if it's eliminator matches, which I don't understand. Because you want eliminator match means you got to have lightning strike twice when it comes to your champion.
You got to be able to pin the man or lady twice to make it happen.
Yeah. But
best 2 out of 3, really. Best of 3 series.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think he's having killer matches. He's doing what a champion should do. He's going on these talk shows. He's going to these sporting events with that belt. I just think we're so, like Al said, conditioned to see the champion be what closes the show, because in past, it has been everything builds up to the championship. That's the thing. And I think this is just maybe a little bit of a change. And I don't think he's being misused. He's on TV every fucking week.
How many times do we get bored with Raw and don't want to watch it all the way to the end?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense to have, right. It makes sense to have, your main event. So, like, you want main pull from the beginning. I mean, WWE has started doing it where they'll have, like, whoever is in the main event do a little promo at the beginning, and then we see them at the end. I think AEW, instead of doing that, because they're not like super heavy on the promos, they just give us what we want at the beginning, because that's where they count the views from, is the beginning of the show, not the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why not load it up heavy on the front end so that like the Nielsen ratings pick it up? Because again, they only read like the first however long of the show. Yeah, Scouts Promeo. It's a new word. I like it.
Promeo is a promo by Romeo. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. I think there's been some mishandling of Swerve. I think that your champion needs to be presented as the biggest thing in your company. And I say this a lot, that I feel like he's got Hangman Adam Page syndrome, where everything that's happening in the company around him right now feels bigger than his title. And that's really unfortunate. But so it's not necessarily maybe not a mishandling. It may just be the fact that there's a lot of really great things happening in AEW right now at the same time. Like with Hangman, you had MJF's return with like all that stuff that was happening, and it seemed bigger. Now you look at what's happening. You've got Swerve as the champion, but you got the Young Bucks versus Tony Khan and Team AEW versus Team the Elite, and like all of the other stuff surrounding it, I feel like seems to be swallowing Swerve's title run, and he's just the champion during all of this cool stuff. He's not the face of the company. That's how I view it. So it's a good thing about being adults and having friends is we can talk about things like this and argue. But
oh man, not on TikTok. Not on TikTok. They gotta go make secret lives and talk about each other. But
well, the good news is we made it. We're done. It's the easiest 90 minutes every week of my life. Tim, this is the part where we shut up. Plug yourself on air. Tell everybody where to find you, what you've got new and exciting, what's going on with your streams, and what's up.
Shoot. First and foremost, thank you guys for having me up on here. It's a pleasure to be up here. It's a great way to kill 90 minutes. You can follow me on TikTok at Farmer Tim Farmer. I go live every day that ends in Y. I'm trying to become the hottest thing on TikTok, the hottest takes in the kitchen via Wrestle Talk. I ain't gonna lie, last couple of days have been kind of slow because, again, we deal with a lot of children on an adult app. But here nor there, I'm going to keep going. Always, if you guys want to, like I said, Farmer Tim Farmer on TikTok. Give it a follow. Join the live. Drop your hottest takes and opinions. Thank you guys for having me up.
Absolutely, Tim. Bo, you're up.
Anywhere and everywhere here every Sunday for Botched Spots and Chair Shots. Saturday nights over on YouTube at Boyfriend Time Podcast for Boyfriend Time. Tuesday nights off the top media for NXT on Tap. A slew of other shows I'm probably missing, but follow me on Twitter at Jaxpo2020. Hit the link tree.
That was short and sweet and to the point. I love it. Al, you're up.
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at JustAGirl918. I am on the hunt for someone to gift me with a Ryback action figure. If you have one or want to purchase it on eBay for very few dollars and send it to me, that would be super duper. Also, I potentially need some voice actors for the heel support group comic. I'm going to take a stab at doing the stop motion again. So, but I need people to be the voices. I need like, in addition to Will, like probably 3 other gentlemen.
I'll need to talk to my manager and see if I can get booked for those dates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. All right. It's time for me to do it. I'm going to try to do this and be efficient. Remember to follow us anywhere you do anything on the internet, Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google. You have all the options if you just Google Rivet City Radio or Botched Spots and Share Shots. There's a couple Discord links in the bio. If you click the top Discord link, what that is direct link to the Rivet City Radio and Off the Top Media Discord. That is your direct link to all the hosts and producers and content creators and minds behind Rivet City Radio and Off the Top Media. Directly below that will be your merch link. You get all that sweet Botched Spots and Chair Shots, and off the top media merch, you get everything from shirts and hats and t-shirts, and I said it twice, and fanny packs. You can get boxers with Bo's face on them. I say that every week, but I'm not sure if they actually exist. You should check it out. Check out the merch shop. Go, 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 go. 2 things that are muy importante. First and foremost, Amazon Prime. Everybody has Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, you get a free Prime gaming subscription. You have to use it on your computer. Go there. You get a free Twitch subscription to any of your favorite Twitch content creators. Give it to us. Give it to Creation World. Give it to Sheila Showcase. Give it to Wolfpack Podcast or Boyfriend Time Podcast. Give it to Tim eventually if he decides to come over to Twitch. Give it to all of my friends. Just as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it, he has too much money. The lifeblood of our network, though, is patreon.com/Rivet City Radio. You get exclusive shows, ad-free playback. You get Up in Smoke Cinema Club watch-alongs. You get the Delicious as Fuck cookbook. You get the articles and blogs for me and Mike. You get all kinds of sweet shit. Guys, church is done. Y'all got anything to say to the class before we go home?
No, sir.
90% of all wrestlers are Nepo babies. Don't be mean to Nepo babies.
Wow.
Wow.
Fact. It is facts.
Damn. I don't even know how to even end this off like this. I will always say this, and I have video record now. Will Gray is a great wrestling mind. So is everybody else up here. I will always plug this man. I will drink the Kool-Aid. I will go down in those depths. I will also plug Botched Spots and Chair Shots any and all times I get to. This is a great channel. Seriously, people out there, follow, subscribe. Thank you again. Thank you again for having me up.
I love you, Tim. That was very nice of you. I appreciate that.
So,
Bree, we thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Bree.
Well, now as we close, there was some Botched Spots and Chair Shots. I'm taking a minute. Thank you for listening. Remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet. Like, follow, subscribe, and subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me how great I am or how terrible we sound. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous to be one of the VIP people, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a win-win for our boy Farmer Tim Farmer, everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jacksbo, and the boss bitch Al. I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, and my people.
Bye-bye.